Okay, Captain's Log. October 10, October 11, year 2008. Okay? So beside flying a radio control helicopter and also playing, my other hobbies is about electronics. I love to tinker with electronics. Okay, let me show you one of my earliest computer. Let me show you. It's a EDU80. It's made by Pan Asia. The Pan Asia is used to be the Acer computer. Okay, let me show you my antique computer. Let me show you. Okay. Oh, this is just a laptop computer. It's not antique. Here's my oldest computer, my first computer. Okay, this is Pan Asia. It's this used to be the company called Acer, and there. It's a Pan Asia Electronics made in Taiwan. This is my first computer using This is using a Z80 microprocessor. There. 256K memory. Oh, already 1K. This is a built in 1980. That's why I called it a Pan Asia EDU80. Okay. This is my first computer. I use a machine language to program it. The display is busted, so I have to make my own display. This is my display, my homemade LED display. Okay, there. This is the programming book. It's okay. I love to program in basic language. This is in machine language. I learned my computer through this by doing the exercise on this book. Doing some exercise on this book. Okay, I remember I was only high school. Okay, when later I bought this is a single board computer. You can program it in basic language, so it's much easier to develop a program because you concentrate on high level language. So just plug this into any hyper-terminal computer, like hyper-terminal mode, and program it in basic language. Okay. And later there comes with I bought another made by Parallax. This is also a computer. You can program it in basic language. See the serial port. Just plug this to any dumb terminal or Windows Hyper terminal, then just plug in put the power supply here, and then some I/O, and you can program it and start using it. See how small it is. Now there's another version, smaller. This is it's much smaller. Same thing. It's a microprocessor. You can program in basic language. Okay. Small, isn't it? It's a much smaller one. This one. Okay. Also programmed in basic language. Very small. And this one's quite expensive. I guess this costs about $30 or $40 US each. Okay. And this is more expensive, maybe $49 US. Because you program basic. Now, if you just buy a basic compiler, you can just program it. You just bought a basic compiler, so I just bought a basic compiler. This is a PIC basic compiler. It costs about $100. Programmer, my homemade. It's using a parallel port. Okay. The problem with this homemade programmer, sometimes it's not compatible with other computers, so you have to look for a very old computer in order to use this. Okay, sometimes nowadays it's year 2008. It's very difficult to get a very old computer. This programmer works on my old computer, Toshiba. Okay, that's my old computer. So I guess it's cheaper. Guys, if you plan to make your own programmer, I guess it's not worth it to make your own programmer. It's better, cheaper to buy one. Okay. In fact, I just bought one here. PicKit 2. Okay, this PicKit 2 costs only $50. But in here in Manila, it's a little bit expensive. Maybe cost me about 3,000 or almost 4,000 pesos. But I guess it's cheaper than making one. Okay, because this is using a USB flash drive, USB connector. Okay, let me show you my PicKit there. There's my PicKit. Just plug into any USB port and you can start programming. And it's originally made by Microchip, so definitely it will work. Okay, no need for experiment. Before I spend more time in fixing this programmer rather than concentrating on the problem. Okay, on the solution. Okay, so here's my there. Here's my homemade. This for my debugging purposes. I'm using a PIC 16F877. Okay. I programmed in basic language, so I'll just make some LED scan back and forth. Okay. For testing purposes. Okay. Now I need to make a lot of this controller because I need to control lots of equipment. I'll just make 2. I need to make more. I'll show you what I've been doing later. Okay, this is my homemade PIC controller. We call it a PLC controller. Last June 2006. Okay, PLC controller used to control the machinery. Okay. Okay, October 11, year 2008. Here's the machine that I've been working with. It's automatic belt picking machine. This is a third generation. The first generation is I use a PLC, but this time I use a PIC controller. Let me show you. There. Okay, and this is their controller board. Ito, it's a power supply, 24 volts, and that's my PIC controller. Okay, the second generation is that one. This is a second generation, using also the PIC controller. Let me show you. I use lots of optocoupler. This is the PIC controller, that one, and the optical isolator. And there's the terminal block. So many wire. This is my first prototype there. Oops. And this other machine I've been working. Also use the same PIC controller.